Alert! Your father had a hidden deal made in your name. You were supposed to. My beloved child, breathe and listen closely because every second you spend here is stitching a truth your heart has waited years to hear. Don't skip, because a sealed promise has your name on it and it's finally surfacing from the quiet place your father kept locked. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you and it began long before you knew how to spell the word inherit. He didn't call it a will, he called it a deal, and the difference mattered to him the way sunrise differs from a light bulb. A will gives, a deal awakens, and your father believed you weren't meant to receive what you hadn't first grown into. So he placed a condition like a sunrise, inevitable, beautiful, but only if you refuse to skip the dark in between. He spoke to two people the year your life turned a corner you didn't know existed. The first was a quiet mentor with ink on his fingers who kept ledgers like librarians keep poems. The second was a friend who knew old keys and older doors, someone who vowed to hold a sealed envelope until a sign appeared. The sign was simple, you choosing courage when silence looked easier. Don't skip, my beloved child, because the sign has already happened and you didn't even realize the world noticed. That moment you said no to becoming smaller just to make others comfortable, yes, that was recorded in a place your father's friend checks every week. Stay till the end, because the friend has moved from watching to walking, and their next step points toward you. Your father's deal wasn't about money first, it was about map and mission. He knew that wealth without a compass turns into circles and circles turn into traps, so he arranged a trade. When you showed proof of heart, life would show proof of path. The envelope doesn't merely carry funds, it carries coordinates to rooms you were supposed to enter years ago. Something huge is waiting for you that looks like an opportunity but acts like a mirror. The deal your father made would never force you, only invite you, and that is why it took so long to arrive at your door. It needed you to become someone who can choose the long road when a shortcut smiles with glittering teeth. He was not hiding from you, he was hiding something for you. The difference matters, and it's about to tilt the table in your favor so gently you might think it's coincidence. Don't skip, because coincidences are heaven's way of walking past us with sunglasses on, and today they've paused to tip the frames and look you directly in the eyes. Your name is on a page, but not in printed ink. Your father demanded it be written by hand. He said handwriting carries warmth the way breath fogs glass, and he wanted you to feel held, not processed. Stay till the end, because that page includes a line that begins with, "You were supposed to," and ends with a surprise you'll never again doubt. The surprise is not a lottery win, it is a license. The license reads like a blessing stamped with dates that mattered in your childhood and a phrase you still hear when the room is quiet. "Finish what I started by finishing what you started," he wrote, and the paradox will crack open like a seed you forgot you planted. Don't skip, because the envelope contains more than paper, it has a key and a map and a number only you can dial. The key opens a small box in a place where old sunlight sleeps on marble, and the map leads to a doorway in a building you pass without seeing. The number connects you to a voice that knows your middle name and pauses before speaking it. Stay till the end, my beloved child, because the ending is really a doorway and the doorway is really a beginning. Your father's deal guards a room with 3 lights that only turn on in sequence: truth first, timing second, trust third. Tonight the first two are already glowing, the third is waiting on your decision to keep listening. Your father knew you would question if you deserve this, and he planned for that hesitation like an engineer plans for wind. He placed proof inside the envelope that only you and he could understand, a story you told him at 7, a silly phrase that became your secret handshake, and a small pressed leaf from the day you learned how to say goodbye. Don't skip, because goodbye is always the first syllable in the word guide. The deal is not for comfort, it is for calling, he wrote, and you were supposed to keep walking even when the path felt like a whisper. The calling looks like a door with no handle until you realize your hands are the handle, and your father designed it that way to remind you that nothing enters your life without your permission. Stay till the end, because permission is power and power is gentleness applied with focus. If your breath is shaking, let it tremble into meaning and not into fear. Fear is the leftover fabric from a coat you no longer wear, and meaning is the tailor waiting with new measurements you've finally grown into. Something huge is waiting for you, and it wears your father's humor on its sleeves and his courage in its buttons. My beloved child, the mentor with ink-stained fingers has been tracing your progress in the margins of a ledger titled Becoming. He circled 3 dates and underlined one more, and the underline belongs to today. Don't skip, because the ink dries slow when destiny is still warm, and today the page is warm enough to leave a fingerprint. You were supposed to meet someone who carries a briefcase of ordinary color and extraordinary contents. They won't look rich, they will look right, and the difference matters the way a compass matters to a ship at dusk. Stay till the end, because their first sentence will sound like an apology and their second will sound like a door opening. Your father's hidden deal is not a plot twist, it is a plot correction. He could not force the world to be kind, so he arranged for it to be clear, and clarity turns storms into maps when you remember how to read the waves. Don't skip, because the next wave is yours and it knows your balance better than you do. There is a location scrawled on the back of a photograph where your father is laughing without trying. The location is closer than you think and kinder than you fear, and you will recognize it by the sound the floor makes under honest footsteps. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has been practicing your name the way dawn practices light. Your father put a promise inside a pocket inside a plan. The promise says, when you commit to the road that respects your soul, resources will behave like faithful birds. The plan says, show up, show gentleness, show grit, and then show up again. Stay till the end, because the show begins when the audience is only you. Don't skip, my beloved child, because in 40 heartbeats you will feel a sentence settle in your chest like a key finally finding its lock. It will say, you were supposed to lead where fear taught you to follow, and the moment you hear it, something in your life will stand up and refuse to sit again. And that will be the moment the envelope moves from a story to a step. My beloved child, a different kind of silence is arriving, the kind that listens back when you speak to it. Don't skip, because the room around you is about to behave like an ally and not like a test, and allies love to show proof. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you and it wears the shape of your next yes. You were supposed to open a door in your name, not just walk through doors built for other people's shadows. Your father knew the danger of borrowed paths, so he arranged a condition that turns imposter syndrome into an outgrown shirt. When you say yes to the work that respects your heartbeat, the deal unlocks the second box. This second box is quieter and smaller but heavier in meaning. It contains a letter addressed to the version of you who doubted the longest and tried the hardest and almost gave up at the exactly wrong moment. Don't skip, because that version is still within reach, and rescue looks like telling them the truth you just learned. There's a clause in the deal your father made that reads like a lyric you already hum without knowing. It says, "Momentum belongs to the honest." It says, "Resources bow to courage." It says, "Doors prefer a knock that arrives with purpose." Stay till the end, because you're about to hear the knock from the other side as well. The mentor with ink-stained fingers placed 3 instructions in the margins: begin with love, continue with structure, finish with light. Begin with love means you don't weaponize your talent to punish your past. Continue with structure means you calendar your courage like appointments you refuse to cancel. Finish with light means you leave every room brighter than you found it. Don't skip, my beloved child, because this is the moment we stitch your story to action so it doesn't float away like a good dream you forget by noon. Here's the action: take the number in the envelope and call between 2 times your father used to choose for important conversations. If the line rings twice and clicks, you are in the right river. The voice you hear will not ask for credentials, it will ask for alignment. Alignment sounds like telling the truth without rehearsing the apology after it. If you can speak your next step in one breath without shrinking, the deal moves from paper to pathway. Stay till the end, because the pathway is about to reveal an address that remembers you. You were supposed to bring a skill he saw before you did, a skill that looks ordinary to you because you've carried it since you were 5. It might be arranging chaos into music or turning pain into language or making strangers feel like they have a chair in your kitchen. Don't skip, because ordinary to you is holy to the people waiting. There will be a person who doesn't believe you at first, and that's okay. Disbelief is their last protection before surrender. Your job is not to argue, your job is to walk, and walking convinces weather to change its mind. Stay till the end, because the weather is softening and you are the forecast. Now breathe, because I'm putting this in bold ink on the inside of your day. Don't skip, and share this message with one person who needs a hand on the small of their back to step forward. Comment with the words, "Stay till the end," to remind your future self that patience becomes a bridge. Subscribe to the journey you were already born into, because something huge is waiting for you and your yes invites it closer. Return to the letter. You were supposed to choose right over rush, your father wrote with that stubborn kindness that never apologized for being true. Choosing right over rush will feel like slowing down only to realize you're finally moving. Don't skip, because speed without direction is just a parade of almosts. The second box hides a small, folded map that looks like it belonged to a child who loved adventures. On the back is a rough sketch of a room with a window that faces the impossible at a friendly angle. Stay till the end, because the friendly angle is your advantage and your father paid for it in faith. You will notice a date stamped on the bottom edge of the map, and the date is today's date in another year that mattered to him. That's his way of telling you time is a circle that favors brave choices, and brave choices mark the circle like constellations mark the sky. Don't skip, because your constellation has been waiting to be named by you. He named the deal after a word he never said out loud because he knew words sometimes break when said too soon. The word is homecoming. The deal is not dragging you anywhere, it is welcoming you where you've belonged. Stay till the end, because the welcome requires your acceptance the way fire requires a match. The voice on the call will give you a list of doors and ask you to choose one. Any door will lead to the same hallway, but the door you choose teaches you something you need for the next turn. Don't skip your choice by letting someone else choose for you, because borrowed choices come with hidden interest. Now look around your present life with patient eyes. Where is the smallest place you can act with the greatest integrity right now? That is your lever, and your Father arranged for the floor beneath that lever to be stronger than you think. Stay till the end, because when you pull, the room will shift toward you, not away. Don't skip, my beloved child, and before we move to the next part, lock this into the spine of your day. Share this so your courage multiplies when you see it in someone else's hands. Comment the words, "Don't skip," as a promise to the child you were who kept showing up even when nothing clapped. Subscribe to your own unfolding, because something huge is waiting for you and it answers to your persistence. My beloved child, a door you couldn't see is about to behave like it has been there all along. Don't skip, because moments like this arrive with soft shoes and leave with loud footprints, and you want every print to face forward. Stay till the end, because the forward path is drawing a circle around your name. You were supposed to sit with a person who keeps a small notebook of questions that don't bite. They will ask you what you carry that you didn't buy and who you are when silence is kind. Your answers will surprise you with how close they've been the whole time. The mentor with ink-stained fingers will join later, smiling like people smile when a riddle finally explains itself. He will set a single sheet on the table and point to the signature line with a finger that has known both doubt and dawn. Don't skip, because the sheet confirms not what you own but what you will steward. Stewardship is the word your father preferred. Owner felt lonely to him, but steward felt like community. He wired the deal so that generosity is not an afterthought but the engine. You receive, you refine, you release, and the wheel keeps singing. Stay till the end, because the song is about to find its chorus in your lungs. You were supposed to unlock a resource that behaves like a river, not a vault. Rivers move, vaults rust, and your father never wanted your heart to smell like metal. Don't skip, because the river knows your shorelines and it's ready to kiss them again and again. There will be a test that looks like a gift and a gift that looks like a test. Please read the label by reading your body. If your chest opens, it's honest. If your chest shrinks, it's a beautiful trap. Stay till the end, because discernment grows when you let your breath have space. He placed a phrase in the letter that only you and he used after an argument ended in laughter. It's his way of hugging you across time and tapping your shoulder toward a wiser turn. Don't skip, because the past is not your prison, it's your professor, and this lesson is graduation. The sheet on the table includes a clause: you will build, then you will rest, then you will build again, and no phase means you are failing. Cycles are evidence of life, and your father planned for your season so you wouldn't confuse winter with the end. Stay till the end, because spring is rehearsing backstage. You were supposed to step into rooms where your last name opens doors but your first name keeps them open. Your presence will write paragraphs that contracts cannot, and people who forgot how to tell the truth will remember when you speak. Don't skip, because a room that ignores your soul is not a room, it's a hallway. The mentor will ask for one promise: that your rising does not require anyone else's falling. He will nod when you answer, because your father already told him how you love in specifics, not slogans. Stay till the end, because specifics are the stairs the future trusts. Don't skip, my beloved child, because we are approaching the sentence your father wrote that could snap old chains with a whisper. You were supposed to outgrow my mistakes while keeping my courage, he wrote, and the ink looks like it was dried by sunlight. Read it again, and let it sit where certainty belongs. You will sign, but only after you read out loud the three things that matter more than ink: your values, your boundaries, your mission. When you speak them, the room will feel like it inhales with you, and air will taste like decision. Stay till the end, because decision is destiny with its shoes on. The resource will release in stages, each stage a stanza, each stanza a step. You won't be flooded, you will be fed, and being fed is how we remember to feed others. Don't skip, because greed is hunger without music and you were born for songs. The friend with old keys will hand you the small box with the first key you already imagined. Inside is a token that looks ordinary until you hold it long enough to hear the story it hums. Stay till the end, because the hum becomes direction when humility listens. My beloved child, look at the map again and notice how it bends in kindness toward places you've always wanted to go. The bend isn't an accident, it's a blessing your father snuck into the architecture of your days. Don't skip, because architecture matters more than decor when storms come. You will leave this meeting carrying less weight and more responsibility, and that is the good exchange. Less weight means you stop dragging unkind narratives, more responsibility means you choose your impact on purpose. Stay till the end, because purpose is the partner that never asks you to shrink. My beloved child, the dawn has opinions about you and they are all generous. Don't skip, because the light is practicing your name across the horizon of a day that belongs to brave hearts. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you and today it holds out its hands. You were supposed to return to the place where you once felt almost chosen, and choose yourself without asking permission. The deal your father made does not crown you, it reminds you that you were never a subject. Don't skip, because the quiet crown of self-respect sits perfectly when you stop bowing to your doubts. This is the moment we lock the doors behind the habits that kept you small and open the balcony to the wind that remembers your laugh. The mentor with ink-stained fingers will send a final note reminding you to measure success by the rooms you brighten, not the rooms you control. Stay till the end, because brightening is how your father wanted you to be seen. You will receive a message that contains timing, location, and an invitation that reads like it was translated from your heartbeat. The timing will test your excuses, the location will test your readiness, and the invitation will test your faith. Don't skip, because the test is really a trust fall and the floor has already moved closer. The second clause releases a support system your father prearranged, people who show up without peacocking, helpers who organize miracles into calendars. They will speak your future with verbs, not adjectives, and verbs make better meals for hungry hope. Stay till the end, because hope is asking for seconds. Now, my beloved child, let's seal this into movement, share this message so the path multiplies where love is needed most. Comment, stay till the end, to anchor your promise in public where your courage can see itself and stand taller. Subscribe to your purpose the way seeds subscribe to spring, quietly, stubbornly, beautifully. Don't skip, because 3 confirmations are approaching like doves who know the route to your window. The first will be a familiar scent in an unfamiliar place. The second will be a phrase you overhear that answers a question you didn't ask out loud. The third will be a door that opens easily after. My beloved child, today the air itself feels like a messenger carrying handwriting you almost recognize. Don't skip, because the room is shifting to meet you the way a tide moves toward a lighthouse that refuses to dim. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you and it has learned your footsteps by heart. A note slid under your door at dawn, folded twice with the kind of care people reserve for fragile truth. It carried 4 words in a script warmed by memory: bring the leaf again. Don't skip, because the pressed leaf from your childhood is more than a keepsake, it is the key that remembers the lock. You walk with the leaf in your pocket, feeling its soft insistence like a quiet drum under your pulse. The street seems ordinary, but the ordinary is behaving like a stage that knows the show you were born to perform. Stay till the end, because the first audience is the courage inside your chest leaning forward to listen. The address is a small building you've passed 100 times without learning its name. A bell chimes a gentle greeting, and a corridor stretches out like a sentence finally ready to be read aloud. Don't skip, because the door at the end isn't a wall, it's punctuation, and punctuation changes meaning. A curator waits inside with eyes that have practiced kindness long enough to get good at it. On the desk rests a wooden box bound by a woven ribbon the color of old sunlight. Stay till the end, because this ribbon was tied by a promise and promises have long memories. The curator asks for nothing except the leaf and your breath, so you exhale and offer both like a confession that learned how to heal. The leaf is placed on the ribbon, and the ribbon loosens not because it was forced but because it was recognized. Don't skip, because recognition is the most underestimated magic of all. Inside the box is a ledger with edges softened by use and 3 objects placed like a poem: an iron coin, a small compass, and a single brass key. Your father called these the walking proofs, the quiet tools that taught maps to respect you. Stay till the end, because the map you are about to follow will ask you to trust your feet more than your fear. The iron coin is stamped with a date that taught your family both ache and awe, and the metal feels warmer than it should. The compass quivers as if listening for a rhythm only it can hear, then steadies, pointing not north but honest. Don't skip, because honest is the direction your life has wanted all along. The brass key is etched with a shallow groove shaped like a question mark, almost brave enough to become an exclamation. The curator smiles and says your father loved punctuation because it taught words to be brave. Stay till the end, because bravery today will feel less like roaring and more like steady walking. You open the ledger, and your name appears in your father's hand, followed by a sentence: you were supposed to inherit not my answers but my angle. The angle is drawn beneath, a subtle tilt toward mercy that changes every choice by a few compassionate degrees. Don't skip, because a tiny tilt in the soul can redirect the whole river. A page later, the mentor with ink-stained fingers has added a diagram of 3 doors labeled stewardship, structure, and song. Each door requires 1 object from the box, and the order matters the way seasons matter. Stay till the end, because when the order is right, doors behave like friends. You approach the first door, stewardship, and place the iron coin in a small dish carved into the wood. The door inhales, then opens with a polite sigh as if relieved you finally arrived. Don't skip, because this room is where resources learn your voice and choose to trust it. Inside are shelves of projects that felt too large yesterday and exactly your size today. A light hum pours from the corners like bees holding a meeting about flowers and futures. Stay till the end, because this is where you learn the difference between acquisition and assignment. On a lectern rests another letter from your father, brief as a heartbeat and just as necessary. You were supposed to carry value like water, not like stone, he writes, and the sentence switches something on behind your ribs. Don't skip, because value that flows multiplies, value that hoards molds. You touch each project and feel which ones are yours by the way your breath decides to lengthen. The ones meant for you don't shout, they align, and alignment tastes like clear air after a necessary rain. Stay till the end, because clarity is how the soul says yes. The second door, structure, waits with patient posture, a teacher who has graded 1,000,000 papers and still believes in first drafts. You lift the compass and hold it close until the needle points toward a calendar on the wall. Don't skip, because time is about to move from enemy to ally. This door opens to a room where lists glow like constellations instead of chores. You watch your next 90 days lift into view as steps your feet can learn by memory. Stay till the end, because this room teaches the choreography of follow-through where momentum and mercy are dance partners. On the table waits a clock with no numbers, only verbs: begin, build, breathe, balance, bless. Your father's note sits beside it. You were supposed to progress without punishing yourself. Don't skip, because progress that harms you isn't progress, it's performance wearing armor. You write your commitments in ink that refuses to gossip with your doubts. The days organize themselves around your truest priorities like loyal chairs around a well-loved table. Stay till the end, because structure is simply love offering logistics to your longing. The third door, song, responds when you speak your name like a promise you are finally keeping. You slide the brass key into a lock shaped like a small ear, and the door opens on a room full of quiet instruments. Don't skip, because this is where you score your life so you can hear what you've been living. You sit at a modest piano with a single black ribbon threaded through the middle C, and your first chord sounds like forgiveness discovering a front porch. The walls catch the melody and return it polished with gratitude. Stay till the end, because the song you write here will follow you into rooms money never could. On the music stand is the shortest message of all, scribbled in your father's most hurried script: you were supposed to remember joy on purpose. The words learn your mouth and ask to be said again until they believe you. Don't skip, because joy that is remembered becomes joy that is renewable. When you step back into the corridor, the three doors are gentler, having done their work like elders who know wisdom doesn't need to shout. The curator presents a small envelope sealed with wax stamped by a feather, and your name gleams in quiet gold. Stay till the end, because the wax is heat-sensitive to courage. You break the seal and find coordinates, a time window, and a single instruction: walk with the friend who doesn't rush your sentences. Immediately you know who that is, the one who lets your pauses be holy. Don't skip, because companionship is part of the code. The two of you arrive at an old reading room where dust behaves like slow glitter in private sunlight. The librarian nods without surprise, retrieves a flat parcel, and places it between you like a soft dare. Stay till the end, because the parcel's weight is the exact weight of a truth that waited politely. Inside lies a photograph of your father, mid-laugh, his eyes crinkled with a mischief that promised good outcomes. On the back, in the same hand that titled the deal, Homecoming, he's written, "You were supposed to see me as human and still choose to be kind." Don't skip, because this is the line that breaks old heaviness without breaking you. Your eyes learn how to water without flooding, releasing years of rehearsed stoicism that never filled you anyway. The librarian gestures toward a side door you didn't notice, and beyond it waits a garden that smells like courage grew roots. Stay till the end, because gardens answer questions with color. In the center is a small marble stand holding a metal seal you've seen only in your dreams. The seal bears your initials intertwined with his in a design that looks like two rivers shaking hands. Don't skip, because this is the official transfer of trust from one generation of tenderness to the next. You press the seal into a fresh square of warm wax, and a subtle warmth rises through your fingers like approval that doesn't need applause. Your friend squeezes your shoulder once, a punctuation mark made of loyalty. Stay till the end, because loyalty gathered quietly is stronger than fanfare gathered loudly. A chime signals another arrival, this time the mentor with ink-stained fingers, carrying a narrow envelope stamped urgent in handwriting too gentle for the word. He smiles as if he's been waiting to be done waiting. Don't skip, because the word urgent means, time is ready, not, you are late. The envelope holds a thin card embossed with a single sentence, present this where fear used to lead. On the back is a list of 3 places you've avoided because your voice used to echo there without answers. Stay till the end, because echoes want to retire and make room for resonance. You start with the smallest place, a hallway outside a door that once said "not yet" with a capital N and a capital Y. When you show the card, the door misreads itself as welcome and swings with gentle gravity. Don't skip, because gravity likes you when you stop pretending you're lightless. Inside, the person who once doubted you looks up with the expression of someone who just remembered where they put their faith. They speak your first name like a complete sentence that doesn't need a comma. Stay till the end, because sometimes closure is just clarity arriving on time. The second place is an office that used to smell like paper cut by impatience, and today it smells like fresh pages. Your card becomes a translator, every policy relaxes into purpose. Don't skip, because purpose is policy's older, wiser sibling. You sign a document that doesn't confine you but confirms you, the difference is flexibility that preserves your shape. Your pen behaves like an instrument, not a weapon, and the signature sounds like a note you've been reaching for since childhood. Stay till the end, because music lives in even the quiet parts of legal ink. The third place is a studio where your ideas used to tremble at the sight of bright lights. Now the lights feel like curious friends, and the room tilts toward you as if accepting an invitation you didn't know you sent. Don't skip, because the only performance here is authenticity wearing shoes it can walk in. The mentor nods from the corner, his ledger closed as if the accounting of doubt is finished. He says you've met the thresholds of the deal and that the remaining clauses unlock on rhythm, not rush. Stay till the end, because rhythm will keep you when adrenaline would have dropped you. He hands you a smaller box with a windowed lid revealing a ring, not for display, for duty. Inside the band your father engraved, you were supposed to be trusted with doors. Don't skip, because this ring is less jewelry and more jurisdiction over rooms where gentleness does the heavy lifting. You slip it on, and something aligns behind your eyes, the way a horizon straightens when you step onto solid ground. Your breath learns a new tempo that makes ideas easier to carry without dropping your peace. Stay till the end, because peace is the most efficient energy source your life will ever know. A final walk leads you to a rooftop where the city writes its biography in light. From here you can see old fears shrinking into correct proportions, right-sized and no longer your supervisors. Don't skip, because the view is the proof that perspective is a resource too. There is one more envelope taped under the railing with a care that says this moment was staged for mercy. You open it to find a page torn from a notebook you remember your father carrying everywhere. Stay till the end, because the tear is intentional. Some gifts arrive better without perfection. The page holds a list titled, "What I Wish I Learned Sooner," followed by 3 lines that are gifts disguised as confessions. Gentleness scales, boundaries bless, and consistent kindness compounds. Don't skip, because each line is an engine that runs on choices you can afford every day. Beneath the list is the closing sentence he saved for part 5 of your becoming. You were supposed to build a table longer than our fear. You read it twice until the rooftop agrees. Stay till the end, because long tables feed more than hunger, they feed futures. You descend the stairs feeling taller in a way no mirror can measure. The curator, the librarian, the mentor, and your friend meet you at the door like 4 compass points thanking North for sharing the work. Don't skip, because this is the moment community bows to your commitment and rises with you. They offer no speeches, only an itinerary that reads like a kindness calendar with checkboxes made of courage. The first box is already checked: arrive as yourself. Stay till the end, because arrival is not a place, it is a posture you get to keep. On your way home the city keeps placing small confirmations like breadcrumbs made of daylight. A child laughs with your father's timing, a busker plays your new melody, and a billboard says the one word your heart picked in last winter's prayer: continue. Don't skip, because continuation is how miracles become normal. The evening opens slow, gracious about letting you land without losing the sky. You lay the ring, the compass, and the coin beside the ledger on your table, a small altar to follow through. Stay till the end, because altars are for remembering, not retreating. When night arrives, it arrives friendly, wearing the sweater of quiet that lets thoughts sit without needing to be loud. You reread the sentence that keeps stitching you back together: you were supposed to inherit not my answers but my angle. Don't skip, because that angle makes rooms kinder even before you speak. You write your own sentence beneath his, as if completing a duet that waited patiently for your part. I choose to hold the door and the light, you write, and the pen does not hesitate. Stay till the end, because the decision to hold both is how legacies travel well. A soft knock interrupts the tender silence, and you find a small parcel labeled with your childhood nickname. Inside is a pocket-sized version of the map, laminated in a way that says this guidance wants to live in your daily reach. Don't skip, because portability keeps truth from becoming decorative. Under the map a final card gleams with a line that feels like morning inventing itself. You were supposed to lead where kindness could not wait. Your heart answers with a readiness you can hear. Stay till the end, because readiness is love deciding to act with boots tied. You set an extra plate at your table before sleep, a quiet ritual your father practiced whenever a new chapter began. The plate is not for a guest you can see, it is for the future you will feed. Don't skip, because hospitality to tomorrow changes how tomorrow arrives. As you drift, the house hums a low approval, wood and walls agreeing that this is the season built for steadiness. You remember the 3 confirmations promised like doves and smile as you count each one already perched. Stay till the end, because the end of the day is only the beginning of the proof. In the dream that follows, you stand at the longest table you have ever seen, passing bread you did not hoard and stories you did not edit. Faces glow with that particular relief that comes when belonging is not rationed. Don't skip, because dreams are rehearsals when the heart intends to perform in daylight. You wake before the alarm because timing now knows your name, and your first breath tastes like unsupervised hope. The ring warms against your hand as if it remembers the promise faster than you do. Stay till the end, because today is the first day the deal is entirely awake in the world. At the window, morning writes "Homecoming" across the glass in quiet condensation and then lets it fade so the view can stay clear. You whisper the line that carries the hinge of everything, "I will lead where love is efficient." Don't skip, because efficient love wastes nothing, not time, not pain, not potential. Your phone lights with a message from the mentor, no instructions, just a photograph of the wooden box now empty and proud. He captions it with 2 words your father loved after a successful harvest: keep going. Stay till the end, because going is how the gifts stay honest. You step outside, and the street greets you not with fanfare but with alignment, the everyday turned toward the extraordinary by a few consistent degrees. The compass in your pocket isn't pointing to a place anymore, it's pointing to a posture you now know how to keep. Don't skip, because posture is a promise you keep with your spine. Your father's sentence echoes with a clarity that refuses to blur, "You were supposed to outgrow my mistakes while keeping my courage." You nod to the air as if it's wearing his favorite jacket, then walk on with both hands free. Stay till the end, because freedom is exactly what this hidden deal was always about, and something huge is still waiting for you, patient, ready, and perfectly timed for your next yes.